swimming it, coming on strong all the time. Oh, through the day, I'm in mine. Oh, I can hear, I'm in mine, I'm in mine. Even the stillness, I'm in mine, I'm in mine. No, they frightened of living it, everyone swimming it, coming on strong all the time. Oh, through the day, I'm in mine. Oh, through the day, I'm in mine, I'm in mine, I'm in mine. She's talking to one out the 909. I said, oh, honey, I'm traveling on that line. I said, move at once, move at twice. Come on, baby, that vehicle is I said, I'm traveling on the one out the 909. Let's go! don't be cold inside. A second traveling to run out of midnight all night. Second traveling to run out of midnight all night. I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling deep inside. Oh yeah. I've got a feeling. A feeling I can't hide. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! No!
Yeah. In the dressing room. Up.
Too late. Knife is knife.
Whatever is easy. Let's pick
Yes.
American sector.
Exactly. I'll try to disguise my Texan accent. One thing we were wondering was exactly about Neue Slowenische Kunst and the movement. As we understand, it's a movement. It's not just music. It's a lot of things, or is it predominantly a musical?
The movement, sorry, the organization was formed in 1984-85, and it's consisted originally by three main groups. One of them was Laibach. The other two groups, the two main groups, were the theater group Sisters of Skipper and Nasica Theater. Later on, they changed the name into the Red Pilot Theater, and the painting group Irvins. These were the three original groups of the starting movement. In '85, we did Constitution, we did first few meetings and so on, and starting to do the whole strategy of what we are going to do in the future. Each of these groups existed already before. Laibach from 1980, Painters from 1983, and the theater from 1983 also. We know each other from before. After 1985, when NSK was formed, the other group started to form themselves inside NSK, like design group, very important design group, NK, or New Collectivism, or Neue Kunsthandlung. This is a design group. They do some of our designs for like records and that kind of things. They do most of designs for the books. They do work for other things. They do work for different theaters. They design propaganda material. And so on. The other group, which is also important and it's still developing itself, it's Builders, the architects. The name is Builders. They did some exhibitions together with Irvins. The next group which was formed was film group and the video group Retrovision. And the last group which was formed recently is the sector for practical and spiritual philosophy.
And all of these groups work together towards the same goal.
Yes, all of these groups are working together. Actually, each of the group works separately. But we are having like two main meetings during the year, and we also meet constantly if necessary, if actions are.
So it's like an organized,
It's like
expressionistic.
Not exactly. No, we don't have anything to do with expressionists, Bauhaus, Dadaist, constructivists, nothing.
But I mean, do you think this is a movement, or do you
It's a
think
movement. It's organization. It's a very organized movement with very precise principles of work, ideas, which were each of the group has their own standpoints, not manifestos, standpoints. We wrote our own in 1980s already. Irvins, they have their own, theater has their own, and so on. They're all similar into certain points. We all have the same constitution as NSK movement, the principles of work, the principle of membership and so on. But each of the group is practically independent to a certain extent, and we work together on the bigger actions.
Is there anything in your music? It seems that there's a lot of Wagnerian type presence, almost industrialized.
No, absolutely not. Wagner is ideologically too exploited. We are not interested in Wagner. Absolutely not musically, ideologically not. Wagner is interested only from one point of view, and that's it, from Gesamtkunstwerk point of view, not formal, just Gesamtkunstwerk. Is maybe the point which is interested with Wagner, which could be involved with us. Wagner itself, there's lots of composers who did more pompous music than Wagner. We don't have anything to do with Wagner.
Like
We never took any sample, anything out of Wagner.
What's the average of things that you sample and things that you actually play? Is there a ratio, or is that hard to define?
We're actually not sampling. We're actually not using samples at all, especially in the last records. If we do, then we use our own samples. Then we do ourselves. It's not a question of sample yes or sample no and so on. It's a principle which we practically did already in the 1980s. We started. We are not against. It's a good idea. We don't want to be used in a vulgar method. Sample is a very, very important form of novelty, and it should be used very precisely, very carefully, not just, it's important to choose the right sample, to put it into the right context.
What's the main message, if there's that you try to get across to everybody with your music, the stage presence?
I don't think we can talk about any main message. We don't have any message to give to the people, whatever. We touch lots of things. We do analyze relations between art and ideology, or well, let's say art and ideology. Totalitarian, any ideology practically does have a certain totalitarian aspect, and every art does have a certain individual or aspect of freedom or whatever. The main problem would probably be the relation between art and ideology. Very simply said, I mean, if we go now in, if we would go discussing these things, we could finish every. It's all. I mean, all these things or more or less wrote. They will come out sooner or later in the book. We're preparing a book. There are some books already written in Slovenian and German and other languages, but unfortunately not yet translated into English. We're preparing one very soon.
We've seen one of the videos that y'all have done, and it was done very well. Was that all? Do you remember?
Was that it?
Yeah, I don't remember. It was Geburtana. Was that
I was really
film?
impressed.
Yeah,
it was awful.
It was very.
It was the music.
See, that's.
It's like you guys are doing what everyone else is doing. It's modern, and it's music from the late '90s. I don't know. I think you're ahead of your time. It's like Kraftwerk was in '75. Did you like Kraftwerk? Were they an influence? Who were influences?
It's not a question of influence. You probably cannot. We are probably totally opposite of Kraftwerk, but Kraftwerk for sure. It's probably the only group which we can easily say yes to Kraftwerk. We can easily say that we respect Kraftwerk. Absolutely. For every other group, we have a certain amount of reservation. So, but Kraftwerk. they have all our respect.
It seems there's a ambiguity in all of your product where it's open to interpretation exactly what you're getting at. Someone could look at it and say, oh, they're Nazis. Someone else could look at it and say, oh, they're trying to do this or they're trying to do that. Do you make any apologies for...
Any what? Apologies.
For,
There's a song written in 1982 by our early original member, Tomasz Rosny. The name of the song is Laibach Apology, and everything is written there perfectly well. Again, it's unfortunately translated only in German. It will hopefully be translated in English also. We don't try to explain ourselves or apologize ourselves. It's up really to we don't try to limit our information. It's up to people to pick up what they want. We are the mirror, and they are the actors. They're the receiver. And
do you think Yugoslavia really come into its own as far as your artistic movement?
sorry.
Do you think Yugoslavia is going to achieve a lot more recognition? A lot of people don't even know where it is in this country. Of course, a lot of people here don't know anything.
Yeah. Well, we are not kind of mentioning this group and so on. We consider ourselves as a part of Slovenia and Yugoslavia. But we are considering ourselves also as a transnational group. There is no borders we would, be limited into them. If we wouldn't be able to function in America, in Germany, wherever, we wouldn't even come over here. Therefore, yes, Yugoslavia will probably get... We started when Tito has finished. And we feel a certain moral responsibility to, as an artist, as politicians, we do consider ourselves as a part of the tradition, which Tito to a certain extent has represented. As basically transnational group to form the non-alignment movement and so on.
The universal language of music. What's new? Any more covers? I want to know what you've done the Rolling Stones.
We didn't do any covers. We don't consider our covers as cover works. We didn't do none of this.
They're uniquely Laibach.
These are total deconstructions in a way. These are not cover songs. Cover songs are boring, and we don't do boring songs. These are originals.
Definitely. Do you have anything else in mind to deconstruct?
Not exactly cover versions. What we're doing basically, the situation today in music is that practically it deconstructs itself constantly, unconsciously. The rhythm is repetitive constantly. The phrases are the same. The principle of music today, of pop industry, of everything is constant repetition, which is fascinating. On the other side, you have a reduction, total reduction, especially with the new, let's say, house acid music, and total lack of individuality. Actually, the individual aspect. It's very. You don't even know who the fuck is doing, this song, that song, and so on. The names are no more important. It's very functional music, and what we are going to do, we want to, as we're working inside pop media, which is still the most influential media in the 20th century, we want to analyze our position inside it, and we want to analyze the future and past where are we? Where are we going? The principle of work will probably be the same, but not probably, definitely will stay the same. But
I said you look tired. I think we're running out of questions. We really did like the show.
It was great.
Keep on at it, because there are people that really appreciate what you're doing.
A lot of people.
the next record which is coming out, if that's what you're asking, is Macbeth, which is a theater music.
I was going to ask if you were thinking of ever doing any theater or opera.
Well, we did Baptism. I don't know if you're familiar with the double LP box with Baptism, the title of the record.
Is that the one with the gray and the black?
No. Double LP box, Baptism, that was music for the theater. Huge.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
This one, the next one which is coming out is again music for the theater, which we did in German National Theater in Hamburg. The title is Macbeth, music for Macbeth. The next record which is coming out will probably be again totally something different. But we'll keep all these diversions, you know, because we are finally interested in the language of music and universal.
How about the universal language of film?
Have you thought about a film?
Any ideas on film?
Well, we are using films. We have a film section. We are very much interested in film, but film, of course, you know, you need a lot of money and all these things. And maybe in the future.
Are you fairly self-sufficient in what you do? Are you independent in your production? If you need to get something so you can make a sound, are you able to go out and get it?
It's a question of decision, and you know, if you decide to do something, then you do it. There's nothing, you know, nothing that can stop you. If nothing, what doesn't kill us, what doesn't destroy us, makes us stronger.
You and G. Gordon Liddy and
What?
Niche, everyone else.
Sorry.
No, they don't feel you're strong enough.
Strength through will.
That's right. Strength through will.
Not exactly. It's also part of the phrase. Today, only the will is nothing. I mean, it's very much, but it's a lot, but not everything. I mean, you have to have some other things also.
Will can still get a bullet in the back, or the door slammed in its face. You seem to have overcome nationalities, languages. You really seem to have broken down a lot of boundaries in what you do.
Yeah.
We'll let you go. Yes, but it's not going to be broadcast. It'll just be kind of. We've got what I call, it's my idea for a video magazine. People just write in and send me money, and I send them the tape along with any kind of packaging, and I try and make it nice and worthwhile. When did you first start singing? Such a distinctive voice.
Why is this important to you?
Yeah.
Is this important to you?
It is.
Why?
Because you have impressed me both individually and collectively more than any other group I've seen in a long time. I think you're really onto something. I think you've been able to break down a lot of barriers. It looks like you've got a universal at work here. And I'm just interested in your motivations and your methodology.
Because we usually never explaining these things on a personal way. I mean, like we even trying to hide the names, you know.
Right.
Using
You don't want
private names and so on. I think it's not really important.
Mm-hmm. It's not the individual.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the first. I mean, that's not the main. It's not the main important thing inside the line.
Is it the work itself?
Pardon?
Is it the work itself that's important? What is it?
Yeah, I mean, work itself is important. You know, the idea behind is important, not the people working inside.
what was the idea behind Let It Be and Sympathy for the Devil? Because it's totally original.
We actually done 8 versions of Sympathy for the Devil. We're saying that this is the, let's say, the eight faces of the devil, you know, because each version has a particular form, you know. So, and Let It Be, you know, we just done it better, you know, because this was a sort of necessity for us. We didn't, it was not possible to avoid Beatles, you know, especially Let It Be, which is the last record of Beatles and probably the worst one. So, you know, trying to do it better.
Thank you, Dave. Definitely too.
The Opus Dei. What were you happy with Opus Dei?
I mean, it's the basically this is the record about America.
One blood, one race, one people.
It's about America.
What were your impressions the first time you came to America?
First impression, too much TV.
Video bad. Is touring something that you just do because you don't really like it, but you feel you need to do it, or do you like touring?
No, it's a pleasure for us. You know, it's sort of missionary, you know, the mission. You know.
Yes.
It's like missionaries, you know.
Spread the message.
Yes.
But what is the message? Is it open to interpretation?
For America, it's like not just for America should be the message like the United States of America not enough, United States of the world probably would be enough.
Do you see any trends right now that really frighten you?
No.
Are you happy with the state of the world right now?
Which somehow we don't trying to change it, but let's say trying to understand it.
Don't try and change it, just try and understand it. Does the revolution take place in here, like between your ears?
Maybe somewhere else too.
Yeah. The women who sing across the universe, are they part of the art movement?
Oh yes, that's the. She belonged to the group called Germania. Germania, and they're coming out soon with the new material.
I really enjoyed that. I thought it broke up the rest of the album, and I really did enjoy it. Is that the same one whose picture I saw in a Spin magazine, the colored photo, long blonde hair? Beautiful voice, beautiful woman. Does that voice come natural to you, or do you have to work on it?
It's a gift.
It's a gift. Are you religious at all? Do you believe in God?
In a certain way, yes. I mean, in a certain way, we believe in God, but we never trust Him.
Good place to end. We will let you hit the road, have a good time in Phoenix, and have a good...
A lot of New York artists will be or something like this. You know, you have to promise me because I'm not...
Oh, on TV?
Yeah, no.
No. This isn't going on TV or any local station.
We're just going to have it on tape.
Yeah, and just little wait, you know, and maybe use some...
Later down the road.
Yeah, for a video, I don't know what you like to do.
Yeah, not to worry. Where did the name Laibach come from? What does that mean?
It's the name of the main city in Slovenia. It's the capital of Slovenia.
Is that where you come from?
Yeah. or we are not exactly from this town, but around, you know, or
How did you all get together? How did you meet, get together, and form Laibach? Did you grow up together, knowing each other?
no, it's maybe just some kind idea who pick up together, and so, you know, it's not so big market in Yugoslavia, you know, also Slovenia. So if you work in, like in music, you know, like you have some idea, it's not a lot of people who can give you something, you know. So it's just, I think it has to happen in this way.
A lot of people think, they look at some of the material you've done and they wonder if you're Nazis, if you're fascist, if you're, how do you define yourselves politically?
You know, it's, some, you know, a lot of some kind of states, you know, like power of the state declare, you know, or it's just on the paper, you know, that it's like democratic and federal, you know. But that's always the question, you know, what is in the paper, what is real, you know. I think Laibach really want to maybe to talk about this question a little more, you know, want to talk about the power of the state in different way, not just to be one member of the city, you know. With Laibach try to make some things more clear, you know. So it's different in different country. Can you understand a little different, you know? But it's not just one level, like, you know, to see someone who is wearing fascist like uniform says that's for fascist, you know. It's a lot of way how to show your feelings, you know, in one way. So it's always you can't just pick up some things, you know, and say that's so, you know. It's normal, some kind of provocation, you know, in one way. That's not like everything, you know, like every business or every art, or it's always 2-3 things together.
What do you mean exactly by Neue Slowenische Kunst?
You know, this is some kind of company of, you know, it's like a new generation of another way thinking people, you know. That's all, like, you know, it's some old-fashioned style maybe in paintings, you know, maybe in theater, you know. So this Neue Slowenische Kunst try to be in one way avant-garde, you know, try to break the law which someone want to break these rules, you know, these like old-fashioned rules, you know, and little turn around all things, make more clear some things, what you know, because some question was really in one way taboo, you know, or people didn't want to talk about that or didn't know a lot about that, you know. So try to be a little more close to other avant-garde thinking people, you know, not just be said, okay, it's good enough or something like that, not to be just like, I'm sharp, so I am, you know, in this way.
Is there any message you're trying to get across in your music?
This cross which we use, you know, that's also is contact with these taboos, you know, because like in one way German people, Yugoslav people in one way hate German people, you know, because the past and so on, you know. But it's question about history too, you know, because a lot of German people live in and build up Slovene history too, you know. So we can't just say, okay, it's not Germans influence, you know. This is like You can just put the border and say that's so, you know. That's the land and here is no more, you know. So, but some people understood wrong, you know, that maybe no Slovensians want to be maybe Germans, you know, or something like that, you know. But it's just make things clear. Also, so I talk about the cross, you know. This is really old symbol. It's okay, Germans use or Hitler used this one kind of this cross, you know, but it's not. This cross has a deeper meaning, you know, like in swastika, like in Malevich, this cross, you know. It's true, you know, that this two sign, you know, horizontal and vertical is really like alpha and omega of the world, you know, always been, you know, because if you're a child, you first cross, you first draw the horizontal and vertical, you know. That's this is your, also everybody has own cross inside, you know. To be, so you can, in one way, you can walk straight, you know, because you're always in balance with your cross, you know. And you project this cross on all things, you know. So you say, that's big because you compare yourself, your cross, with all things what you see, you know, and so on. It's really like basic things, you know.
Talk about the Let It Be album.
I can repeat what the others talk about, you know, because I didn't work in this album, you know. I just know some things about, you know. You know, Laibach always try to be compare, you know, this repetition, you know, of the a lot of like historical things, you know, try to put together and try to do new things, you know. But like the cross is like one basic thing in everyone, you know. Also Beatles like is some kind of really basic things in the pop history, you know.
How did all the versions of Sympathy for the Devil come about?
It's hard to explain. It's just you know, I think I didn't work with this in this material, you know, so I really don't know. Maybe some kind of really try to do better and better, you know. Don't choose just one, you know. Also, it's in one way it's good number, and why not, you know? It's no so strict rules, you know, what to do, what, because really this time can I don't know, it's not problem to do just maybe one thing or on one way, you know. Now it's special time, you know. It's special feeling everywhere, I think, in the world, you know. It's like end of the 10th, 20th century. And a lot of things, you know, changing all the rules change again, you know. It's also in art, it's a lot of different ways, you know. It's no one compact way, you know, like maybe 20 years ago, maybe like in the Renaissance, you know. Everybody know we don't like this and these rules from maybe Christian's era, you know. So we want a new man, new human, you know. But now I think it's really, I think it's the time which look like maneurism. You know, this period maneurism. It's always so, they didn't know what really to do, you know. It's all growing up, but it's no really strong idea, you know, a little confused, you know. So I think in this time it's possible to do everything, you know. You just have to be really good in media, you know. So now people don't believe anymore. Maybe to the other, you know, they can't. The media, the TV is really the best way to pick up really a lot of information, you know, and you can't read all newspapers on the world, you know, you can't travel just to pick up the truth, you know, it's just one fiction, and so you just look TV and say, okay, this is one kind of fiction, okay, why not? It's mine too, you know, in one way. And so it's really a lot of different ways in this time, I think, how to work, how to do, how to think, and so on, you know. And we will see when happen the time, you know, with really one strong idea come out, you know, and really like, but it's question if this possible, you know. If these things, this complete idea, this to be not together, you know, but in one mind, I don't know if it can happen. Yeah, maybe, but not now. It's really like to be in a lot of crosses, you know. It's a lot of ways how to do, how to think, you know. And I think the people still don't really can say this direction, you know.
How would you compare the places you've been touring around in Yugoslavia? What are the main differences?
You know, sometimes I just talk about personally, you know. I think, look at some people ask me if it was problem to came out of Yugoslavia, you know. First time when we want to go to America, you know, we didn't have problem with our like state or something like that. The American embassy didn't want to give us a visa. So, you know, now it's, you know, also normal. America's like free country and so on, you know, but that's one good reason to say that this question, you know, about you couldn't come from Yugoslavia, you know, it's not correct, you know. So because I think it's no problem. Problem is just maybe this, you know, because America or some other country has a lot of capital, you know. So I think Yugoslavia has really some kind of economic problems, and that's way why we can be still more open or still be more in contact with other parts of the world, you know. Like you, like a person in Yugoslavia, you know. I think it's not really strong rules, you know, how to live, you know, how to think, and so on. It is in one way, you know, like I think everywhere, because you know, here is, I think, the money really the most important, you know. This means you can do everything, but if people don't accept you, that's your problem, you know. In Yugoslav, you know, it's some kind of idealistic idea. Okay, everyone can say, or everyone, we don't care about the money, you know. So we just talk about what you need and what I need, you know, and then you know, not this natural fight for life, you know. And but now like these things little finish, you know, because it's really all the world has really strong economic system, you know. So we can't just talk about the money, just say, okay, here is, I don't know, $100 for you and for me because I need more, you know. But I think we have to pick up this old idea, you know, and change it a little more closer to capitalistic system, or not capitalistic. Now it's not anymore this capitalist. There's a lot of more corporation and so on. You know? I think just the problem is to be in a contact, like economic contact with the world, you know. That's the whole problem. And also this this old generation, like these people who fight in the war, you know, they're in one way they're really not good educated, you know, and he made a lot of things wrong, you know, especially now because it's so far away of this period, you know. I think it's not really different, you know. I don't like this food, you know. It's much better food, you know, in Yugoslavia. It's some like personal contact, you know, also can be really good in Yugoslavia or in Slovenia, you know, can be really in one way honest and, but in one way a little too little, not so serious, you know, little like a child, you know, some way, not really, how to explain, straight, you know, and cool, you know. It's little more, sometimes it's really like two children talk about, you know, some this, but it miss me here, you know. I think here is